right, so Stipe versus Daniel 3 appears to be set in terms of that's the fight, we're going in that direction. Okay, great. The big question anytime there's a rematch is what's going to be different this time? And even in their second fight, the rematch that we just saw, Stipe was never clear on that point. Do you guys remember before that fight, Stipe and Daniel go out and fight? Let's back all the way up. Very first fight, champ versus champ. 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Daniel with an uppercut over the top. Little follow-up with some ground and pound, put Stipe out. Stipe says, give me a rematch. That'll never happen again. Stipe did not offer us anything more than that. He just put his flag in the ground and said, that will not happen again. I'm a better fighter than he is. That's a once-in-a-lifetime win for him. Let me try again. He didn't fight anybody in between. He didn't bring in new partners or get new coaches or do some of these things that are used for common storylines. He just said, give me that fight. He offered us no reason that anything should be different. But boy, there sure was something that was different, right? But that was the fight itself. I'm talking about the lead up to the fight. We didn't have a whole lot of fun speculating about that contest. We were all left with, well, if you look at the first fight and they had a couple of minutes there and Stipe had his good moments until Daniel caught. There was nothing there. Now, when the fight came, it delivered to the highest of levels, but I'd like to have a little bit of fun with this fight before they ever get in the ring. I personally would. So now the shoe is on Daniel's foot to offer for us what is going to be different. I think if you just go back and look at the second fight, you had two different fights there within the same evening, right? Round 1 looked nothing like rounds 2, 3, and 4. What I'm talking about, in case you've forgotten, is Daniel comes out, he gets that big takedown. He kept Stipe there, right? The ability to take Stipe down is relevant. The ability to keep him there is more relevant, which largely is why Daniel's coach and even Daniel himself after this fight said, I don't know why I didn't go back, rinse and repeat the first round in rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, that's a very fair assessment from Daniel, but it's also a big clue to Stipe, right? It's a big clue to Stipe. I know very clearly what he's going to try to do to me. And I don't think it's enough to hang your hat on, well, Daniel took him down and kept him there, and then he just got away from that game plan. That seems like a little bit of a revision of the facts to me. Now, Daniel was not as aggressive with some of the takedowns as he has been in previous fights. I would agree with that. But I did think that Stipe deserves some credit. I think one of the reasons that Daniel avoided that game plan of go in, close the distance, get a hold of a leg, get two, drag the guy down, lift him in the, whatever it is, get a takedown. I think one of the reasons he avoided that is Stipe was just keeping him off. Stipe going left and right and lateral, keeping him off, throwing something, distract him at all times, use the uppercut at just the right time, make DC think twice about changing elevations. I feel like he just threw him off a lot. Daniel has a different opinion. And Daniel's opinion would trump that of what I saw if he was to share with us honestly and go, no, I saw those opportunities. I just like being on my feet. That's also fair, and I would accept that because Daniel was having good moments on his feet, right? Don't forget the first round of which Daniel clearly won, but when we went back and looked at the judges' scorecards, he had won rounds 2 or 3 on all of the judges' cards. It was 2-1 going into the 4th. Point being, it appears that regardless of game plan of whether I should get on top or game plan of I should stay on my feet, there is some room there for Daniel. But in the question of what am I going to do different, that seems to be something that the fans, myself included, would like to hear. We didn't get to hear it from Stipe after the first fight. We did not get to hear it. Stipe knew something, but he kept it to himself. In this case, I would really like Daniel to just come out and talk to us a little bit. He's a commentator, he's an announcer, he has to do a lot of interviews. I want someone to ask him that. What's going to be different in this fight? You guys are the same weight, doing the same thing, under the same rules. Why should we expect a different result?